All right, guys, I can see two people are already here. Please let me know how is the video and audio. Is everything all right? Let me know in the comments. Mohammed, I'm good, Mohammed. Thank you very much. How are you? Audio and video all good. Thank you very much. Glad to hear that everything is all right. Shaolin DNV, hello. Nice to see you again. The usual suspects. Nice to see you again, guys. Again, tonight we have this Q&A section, open live stream. Any question that you might have to my upcoming trip to South America, feel free to ask. Of course, if you have any other questions, you can ask me as well. But if we can keep the topic, will be better. If not, it's not a problem. I was very busy today. Actually came in last moment. Just 5 minutes ago. You became addicted to my live streams. Nice to hear that. I hope that somehow the live streams help you with your future trips, eventually to make some good decisions or to correct some mistakes that you might have had in the past, whatever. But the main idea of these live streams is to help each other. Not only me and you now at the moment, but also many people that will watch the stream after that, after we finished. Because after we finish, I'm gonna convert it to a normal video, and everyone who want could watch it after that. So guys, I hope that you are well. Here we have some kind of gypsy summer. It is still nice to ride outside, between 15 and 20 degrees almost every day. At least this week. From the next week is going to be colder already, like 10 degrees. So I hope that on your end you had some time to ride, to enjoy your time, and eventually to travel. So once again, if you have any questions on the topic, my upcoming trip to South America, please feel free to ask. If you have any other questions, you can ask me as well. Because it is a bit strange to me. We have this one-way connection. I can read your comments and I can talk about it. I can reply your questions. But for you, it's different. You can hear me, you can see me. It's a bit weird, but it is what it is. So, Muhammad and Shaolin DNV are here. Who are the rest of the guys? Please introduce yourself in the comments, in the chat below, so we can discuss some topics. Yeah, it must be weird. You must feel like talking to yourself. Exactly like that, Muhammad. I'm talking by myself, watching myself in the camera here. And when I don't have feedback from you, no, it's not like a normal conversation. Not at all. That's why when I start doing these live streams, at the beginning, I start only with channel members and patrons, because I wanted just a few people to see how everything works. Now I'm fine to do with a lot of people, but it's still weird. It's not like one-to-one connection. It's just weird way of communication. So I hope that more people will come and eventually some questions might have. Muhammad or Shaolin DNV, do you have any additional questions? Maybe for something else related to motorcycle trips? I can see the number of people is rising. So to everybody else who just came, if you have any question on the topic South America or any other question, please go ahead. Okay, DC. Hi, when was your first 5+ day motorcycle trip and what was the biggest lesson to learn on the trip to adventure motorcycle tripping? First 5 days trip, wow, it was many, many years ago, maybe about 20 years ago. What I have learned on the first trip was that I don't need much luggage. This is what I learned very quickly. I prepared so well, so many things for just a short 5 days trip, and then realized on the first day, on the second day, that I don't need much luggage. I learned it very fast. Muhammad, can't think of any of the moment, but I'll definitely ask you something comes to mind. No, no worries, no worries. So, so this is the first and maybe the most important lesson that you have to understand that the more items you carry with you, the more problems you might have. How to store it, how to load it, unload it every day, and many more like that. Good evening, Nikola Jaksinic. Jaksinic or Jaksinic from Serbia or Croatia or Montenegro, somewhere like this. Croatia, okay. Good, nice to see you here for first time, I think. If you have any questions, go ahead. It's nice to have this different people from different places. Dilsi, I just came across your channel a week ago and really like your content and your way traveling and mindset. Thank you very much. I hope that you will find something useful to you. I wish you all the best for your South America trip. Thank you very much. The same to you, whatever you plan to travel. And from the nickname, not from the logo that you have, I think this means the in the name of God or something like that. I have similar like this. I have a plate with the same words in my garage, or with the God will or something similar, but it's definitely something religious. So you're probably Muslim if you have this with your logo. DC. Okay. It says Allah. Yes, Allah. Okay, something like that. Yes, true. I swear today I saw your video and saw that on the bottom left was like, wow. Yeah, I have it in the garage. Okay, guys, go ahead. I already have 10 people. Any question on any topic, preferable on South American trip, but you can ask me anything. Let's make a nice conversation that might be beneficial for many people that will watch the stream after that. The main idea of this stream and this connection, sort of connection that we have now, is to help many people with their trips. And everyone else, please introduce yourself in the chat. At the moment, I can see only 4 people in the chat. Mohamed, DC, Nicola, and Shaolin DNV. Shaolin DNV, I traveled a bit, mostly in Europe. Everywhere I went, felt something special. Felt melancholy in Spain, or a bisolugent feeling in England. Do you feel something like that in your trip? Every trip is different. Every trip is interesting. Every place deserves some attention. And I feel different things on different trips. In Europe, it's a little bit more familiar to me because I'm traveling around Europe for many years. But every trip has some kind of important and interesting moments, and as I said, every trip deserves, or every place around the world deserves attention. Now, of course, I look forward to this South American trip because it is completely different from everything that I have seen so far. That's why it's so interesting now for me to go and see it. Just a second. Muhammad, what kind of weather will you expect you to get there? Like rainy season or something? Muhammad, I will expect anything from 5 to 35 degrees in the north part of South America, where Brazil is. I will expect a lot of rain, and of course, it is obvious because I'm gonna crossing the jungle. But then when I go to the coast, it will be more dry. And on the south part of the continent, where Ushuaia is, I will expect the temperatures to drop to around 5 degrees. Also on the high elevation mountain passes in Chile and Argentina, it will be cold and windy. But basically everything between 5 and 35 degrees. And a lot of rain in the northern part of South America, Brazil especially. Mohammed, will be bringing any of your camping gear or just sleep in hotels? No, I'm not gonna bring any camping gear. I won't bring any tent as well. So I will sleep only in hotels, hostels, guest house, whatever I find place to sleep, but not a camping gear. It is just too heavy and too pointless for this type of trip because most of the hotels are between $10 and $15 per day, so does not really worth to bring a tent with me. Shaolin DMV, the feeling that the representative writers of South America transmits mostly fatalism or depression. Wonder if that the whole country really feel. I don't believe in this. I have a different opinion about this continent, and I have spoke with so many people that have already been there, and all of them are really impressed from everything that they have seen. So I don't know why writers write it what you said, but I don't think that I will see any depression or fatalism in this part of the world. So the point of view is different for everyone, and I don't know. Everyone feel different things, and everyone expect different things from a specific region. And maybe if you go with a big basket and you expect something so magical or stuff like that, you'll be disappointed. But when you come from small country like me, Bulgaria, any place around the world is nice, and any place, as I said already, deserves attention, and it's nice to see. So I don't have such a high expectations. I'm not so how I have to say eager to see it on 100%. No, not at all. But I like to go there and see it with my own eyes, and I know that it will be nice because there are so many different countries and different regions and different weather conditions. So there is no other option. It will be nice. I'm sure it will be nice. Nicola. Actually, I have T7 question. I know that you use 3D mesh on the seat cover, but did you have a chance to try it, release it? It's very expensive, so I don't want to buy without. It depends on that. How tall are you? I am 185 centimeters with a rally seat. A rally seat is like 2 centimeters higher than the seat that I have right now, and I don't feel 186. So you're about my age, my height. So with the seat that I have now, I feel perfectly fine. I have a flat feet on the ground. If I have 2 centimeters more, it will be a little bit different. And also, I don't think that the rally seat is more comfortable than the original seat that I have right now. I have ridden like a few 100 kilometers with a motorcycle with rally seat, and I cannot see a big difference except that it's a little bit higher. So I won't spend money for this seat because I don't really need it, but for you might be different. Okay, 4 centimeters. 4 centimeters, it's already a difference. Even now, on some moments when I'm riding on not even terrain, when you have a different elevation or different levels of the terrain, sometimes I feel short with this Tenere. So if I have another 4 centimeters, it will be even worse. That's why I don't want to go for 4 centimeters higher. Cannot remember, will you do to Paraguay or Bolivia? Yes, I will go to Paraguay and Bolivia as well. All 10 countries that they are not 10, they are like 13 different countries on South America, but things like Papua New Guinea and few more countries are not really accessible with a motorcycle. I'm gonna skip it. But Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, uh, Uruguay, Paraguay, Argentina, then Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, and back to Colombia. So Paraguay, Uruguay as well, and Bolivia as well. This is the plan for now. We'll see what will be possible to achieve at the end. But I'm sure that will be all right. So, as I said, Nicola, if you don't really need it, don't go for this seat. In terms of comfort, it is not going to change your comfort much, but will definitely feel the price because I think it's like 300 euros or maybe more. I'm not sure about it. If you don't have this 3D mesh, I will advise go and try it first, because you might be surprised from the result. It really works. Really works. It will definitely work better than a rally seat. And rallies, the positives of rally seats, not so many. Anyway, any more questions, guys? People say it's improved riding position because it's more flat. Didn't try 3D mesh, by the way. The original seat of the Tenere is also flat. It's not like most of the curvy seats that they have this shape. The original seats of Tenere is also flat. So it's not gonna improve your comfort because it's flat. It might improve your comfort because when you go higher, your legs will have a different angle. Instead of this angle, you will straighten it a little bit your legs, and it will be better for your knees, especially if you have a problem with the knees. This might give you a little bit better, comfortable position while you ride. But on the other side, I said, if you're not on even terrain, sometimes you might find yourself short when you have a higher seat and motorcycle with a high center of gravity like Tenere. And definitely try this 3D mesh because it will cost you nothing, just a few dollars, but it really works. Muhammad, have you tried using sheep wool skin on seat cover? So some people using 3D mesh works exactly the same as a sheep skin, but without the negatives of the sheep skin. Sheep skin, when it starts rains, you have to remove it, otherwise it will completely soak with water and will smell terrible. And if you remove it, you have to put it somewhere. With the 3D mesh, you don't have this problem. So it's exactly the same principle. It works exactly on the same principle, which is to provide some kind of air cushion between you and the seat. Shaolin Dian, this trip is so exciting for me. Can you imagine your level of excitement is your roof on the roof? Can you sleep on every time you close your eyes? I don't have such a excitement, Shaolin DNV. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I don't feel like that. I really want to go there. It's on my list. It's on my plans. I already have my ticket. I cannot wait to go and start. But I sleep very well, very well. So maybe I have such a excitement on my first trips. Not anymore. Now I feel it like a something that I have to do, like a mission that I have to complete. But that's everything. Nicola, maybe I used the wrong words. Original seat is V-shape a bit. Shaped a bit. Cannot really say. It's not really V-shaped. It's all right. For me, it's flat. Yeah, there are two different seats, but it's flat. Alexander Marek, nice to see you again. I have to admit I can't feel much difference with mesh or without because my trousers are waterproof anyway, and part of don't let air in. Which Revit you're wearing? It's not about the air that will go through your pants, even though your pants are waterproof. It's about the air cushion that you have between the seat and your ass, not the air that will go through your pants. At the moment, I'm wearing Revit Echelon GTX. This is the new model of Revit, came last year. It's a two-layer Gore-Tex, two layers Gore-Tex suit. So the air is going. I feel a big difference with or without the mesh. A few years ago, I was in Turkey and my 3D mesh was already cut on few places because every time when I jump on the motorcycle, I go with my leg over the seat and I touch it with the boot, so I crack it on few places. And there were a few big spots like that. And I decided, okay, this mesh is already worn out. Maybe it's a time to remove it. And I removed the mesh. And as soon as I sat on the motorcycle, after 1 hour, I realized how badly it was before the mesh. I already forget what it is with or without the mesh. So I will recommend to you, Alexander, ride with the mesh, then remove it and ride again, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So it really works and works well. And as I said, money are usually nothing, like $10-15 maximum. Your Turkey trip was my favorite series to watch. Thank you very much, Mohammed. Glad you enjoyed. So if not air, maybe temperature is the reason. It's the temperature as well, because when you have this air gap between your ass and the seat, you have a different temperature. When it's so hot, you don't feel it so hot. When it's so cold, you don't feel it so cold. And because the air circulates under your ass, it's create this good feeling. So actually the air in your butts circulates better. Try it, Nicole. You might be surprised, and I'm sure that you will be surprised because I tried already. I know what this, and it's not only me. Many people already realize how bad it is with, how bad it is without the mesh. Today I made another one video that will come on Monday. It's I'm not gonna spoil about what it was, but I'm sure that will be interesting to some of you, especially for people who plan to film their trips. So if you have time to watch it on Monday on the main channel, go ahead and watch it. I spent like I don't know, a few hours to film it outside in the garage, and then it's still on my computer. I need to edit it tomorrow and make it ready. That's why I still have my camera here. Yeah. And all of my stuff. It looks like There were not many questions. So guys, if you don't have, I'm gonna give you 10 more minutes and I'm gonna end the stream here. Alexander Marek, what budget do you think will be needed to South America? I mean, without plane and such expenses, only for the moment you say on a motorcycle. Uh, in my estimations, it's around 1,000 euros per month. This is what I estimate right now. More certain, I can tell when I get back home, but I'll think that it will be more or less like that. Maximum 1,500 euros per month. This is a price without flight tickets, without any additional expense if everything goes wrong. Oh, right. Because if, for example, I have a problem with the motorcycle and break it, I have to fix it. This will cost additional money. If I have problem with the health, this will cost additional money. But just to travel over there, I think around 1,000 to 1,500 euros per month. What's about to ask you about camera and microphone for editing? What program do you use? Uh, any program will do the job. I'm not going to tell you what program I use because there are some rules and regulations that I don't want to share now. But anything that you can find will do the job. The important part is to learn how to use it. About the camera and microphone, I have a lot of videos on the channel as well, but I will have another one on Monday, so you watch it. I use DJI camera, this one, DJI Osmo Action 4, and it has this cover on the top. It's an aluminum cover. I have a detailed video about this camera. You can watch it on the channel. So that you're very proficient on the road, you learn how to experience or look some classes. No, I learned everything from my experience. I learned everything from my mistakes. That's why I made this channel eventually, to help you avoid my mistakes and learn a little bit faster, because when I started traveling, there were no information. The information was very limited. Maybe some old books, that was everything. There is no YouTube or people like me on YouTube to tell you what to do. So I learned everything from my mistakes. That's why now I'm happy to share my experience and eventually help more people to travel. Muhammad, all right, go to go. Getting pretty late here. Okay, thank you very much for coming, Muhammad. Thank you very much. Looks like more people will come. Anyway, I'm still here. I'm not gonna end the stream if you have more questions, guys. So keep doing. I'm here just because of you, because of your questions. If you don't have questions, there is no reason for me to stay here and watching on the screen, if you understand what I mean. So I can see 12 people, but only 5 people in the chat. So introduce yourself, say hello, where you're from, and if you have any questions, go ahead and ask me on the topic South America, or any other question that you might have. No response. Alexander Marek, I recall someone said to you that there is no text there when you were in Russia. What was in the region? What was in the region? It was in Magadan, but not only in Magadan. In 90%, 95% of the Russian towns, they don't have problems with the crime at all. Of course, there are places where you can be in danger, but there are not so many. So it's a pretty safe country, I will say, compared to any place that I have been around the world. Shaolin DMV. I'm an old beginner. I need to speed up the process, and my body cannot take hard lessons, so I need to learn from other mistakes. This is the right way. Clever people learn from other people mistakes. This is how clever people do it. And if you can learn it faster, go ahead and do it. As I said, I have. That's why I have the channel. I have more than thousands videos. At least 600-700 videos are different how to do it on any topic that you might imagine. I already have at least 1 or 2 videos. Just use the search engine on the top right and find anything that you need, and you can learn from mistakes. I also have this online course, which is 8 hours, and it is the compilation, or not compilation, it's the best, the fastest way to learn everything. Of course, it's a paid version, but for 8 hours, you're gonna have everything step by step. Go and check my course, read the comments of the people that already bought the course, and you'll see what I mean. Why the cat disappeared from the wall? It's not disappeared because I made some kind of rebuilding processes on the wall. That's why I removed the cat. It was a calendar. It is over there on that table behind me. You're gonna see it. So I'm gonna put it again after a few days when I finish. But I still did not finish the roof. That's why. But it will be back there after just a few days. As I said, I came here in a last moment and I couldn't put everything on the place. That's why. I still have one cat over there. Oi. Still have one cat over there. Big cat. All right. This was a good question. Thank you very much for asking. That means you notice everything. Good. Go ahead, guys. 15 people. I still don't have questions. Just a few. Alexander, Shaolin, Nicola, and that's it. And the rest of you are still hiding behind the screen. Introduce yourself in the chat. Alexander Marek, Japan, when? Well, as soon as possible. It's a country that I would say it's not really motorcycle destination, but it's so interesting country that I will definitely like to go and see it. I don't know when. It's a good question. When the time comes is the answer. So guys, don't be shy. I am here because of you. Go ahead and ask me questions. Hello, John. Nice to see you. Thessaloniki. Ella. How are you? How is the weather in Greece? I guess now is right. It's better. Still hot. Alexander Marek, it's probably easy to combine Japan with Korea or other nearby countries by ferry. Not really. Not really. Ferries are not really possible option. Korea to Japan by ferry, which is an expensive option. And each one of these countries, especially Japan, deserve a different trip. Just one trip to Japan. I will fly there, find a motorcycle there, ride it, and fly back. I'm not gonna bring my motorcycle there because it will be too expensive. I will do exactly the same with South Korea and each one of these small countries that are in this Southeast Asia. Why do you think everyone is doing Nordkapp? Well, Nordkapp, it's a interesting point on the map, the northern part of Europe. It's nice to see it. I planned a trip to Nordkapp a few times, and every time something was stopping this trip, and I never been there. Now, I don't really think that I plan to go there again. Maybe in the future I will go there, but it's not something that I'm interested at the moment. Norway, it's a very beautiful country. Definitely, I've been to south part of Norway, but it's very expensive country. So it's an expensive journey, and I don't know. I don't have plans to go right now. Maybe in the future when I finish everything that I want to see. The weather is perfect for motorists. Perfect, John. Perfect. Thanks for sharing. Shaolin DNV. This year, I think you organized some meeting in Bulgaria. Do you plan to do it again next year? I think I have enough experience and I will like to participate. For next year, maybe in the summer, yes, definitely we'll have at least 2-3 different motorcycle meetings in Bulgaria. Bulgarians will organize here, this adventure group in Bulgaria, we organize these meetings. In some of the meetings, yes, of course, again, I can invite a lot of people. When exactly, I don't know, but probably in the summer. So I will probably invite many people like you if you like to come and meet me in person and meet the guys and talk with them. Yeah, it will be fantastic, and probably we'll do it. So where are you from, Shaolin DMV? And why is this name, Shaolin DMV? Where the name comes from? Romania. Ah, you're easy. We're gonna definitely make a meeting, and I will invite again many people from neighbor countries if they like to come and meet me. Not only me, you'll meet so many interesting people over there. It's always good pleasure. A lot of drinks, a lot of talks, camping fire. It's interesting. You'll enjoy it. Ah, okay. You're welcome, Alexander Marek. If you want, I can write a note to your wife that I invite you in person so you can come and meet me. Okay, perfect. We have a deal. We'll see. Let's first come back safe in one piece, then we can discuss future meetings. Now, it's a big mission ahead. All right, guys. Now, honestly, I'm going to give you 10 more minutes because you don't have any questions. And after that, I'm going to end the stream. And as I said, Monday, I'm going to have a video that might help to many people, especially for those of you who plan to film their trips. And next Thursday, I don't know yet, it might be a stream on the topic South America, or might be important information that I would like to share. Shaolin was my nickname in university. DMV comes from doctor, medic, veterinar, doctor for veterinary medicine. Oh, okay. So you're doctor. Ah, I see. Okay. So you're clever man. Great skills for off-road rides. Okay. I used to ride off-road here in my country for 6-7 years, but on some stage it became just uh, I like it, I still enjoy it, but it is just not enough. I want to see more. And if you stick only on the off-road, you limit yourself a lot. Yeah, I enjoy very much when you ride in the mountains, when you climb a nice hill and you go on the top and all of this feeling, it's fantastic, but this is not enough for me. I just want to travel, to see more, to see the whole world. When you ride only off-road, 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 you're circling in the same tracks over and over again. Okay, you move here, you move there, but it's still a very limited experience. And that's why when I start traveling, it's became like, wow, completely different things. And you can combine traveling with off-road sections here and there, and then it's absolutely completed trip, if you understand what I mean. So that's why only off-road, yeah, for many people that haven't got any free time, let's say one day in the week, and they try to enjoy riding dirt bikes in the forest. I was exactly the same. I haven't got any time. I was having just like few hours per week, and I was enjoying riding in the dirt. But now it's different story. Alexander Marek, I pretend my Seria 300 it's a road bike. When I have to get to Greece, then it turns to off-road bike. Yeah, it's a universal. You can do anything with it. That's why I like this adventure, so-called adventure motorcycles, because you can ride them on the road and off-road as well. Contra 1610, don't you afraid of cartels, bad people, and etc.? No, I'm not afraid of this Contra. I have heard a lot of things about South America, and 99% of the things are only positives. Cartels has nothing to do with me. Cartels, they've got their business, and I am not a business competition to them or anything that might break or stop their problems. So cartels are not going to fight or kill someone without any money. So I'm not a problem for the cartels. And the cartels are not a problem to me, if you understand what I mean. Of course, if you want to get in trouble, you can be in trouble, but you can have troubles even in the middle of, let's say, European countries like Germany. So I'm not afraid from it. And I'm going to show everything on the videos. You'll see that it's not exactly what they say. Of course, if you plan to go and sell drugs in South America, you definitely need to fear from cartels. Or if you go and plan to buy drugs or to deliver drugs or to transfer big amounts of money, you definitely need to be afraid from cartels. But if you plan to travel with a motorcycle on a budget way, nothing to worry about it. And bad people you can find everywhere. Planning to visit any slums? What does mean slums? I don't know this word. Let me Google it. Slums. Okay. So ghettos. Yes, I plan to visit some ghettos. I plan to see some parts of Brazil as well. And especially if I have someone to show me exactly what it is, I will go there with definitely with pleasure. Will spend an idea. I would like to see this, especially if I have someone to show me what it is. If I am alone, yes, I will definitely try to go and cross some of these neighborhoods. We'll see. Contra 1610 in your trip, there are routes to the jungle off-road terrain as well. Yes, there are. There is one big stretch from one section like 3,000 kilometers to the biggest continental jungle, equatorial jungle, from Manaus to Belém in Brazil. And I look forward to this road. It's not only off-road. In my calculations, around 700-800 kilometers off-road. The rest is a road, bad or good condition, I don't know. But yeah, there will be some interesting moments. Alexander Marek, excellent attitude. Yeah, it is the only one that I have. And I think that it helped me for so many years, and it will help me now as well. Still the same number of people in the counter, but just a few here in the comments. Don't be shy. Please ask your questions. Introduce yourself in the chat. Who you are, where you come from, what questions you might have. Please make this conversation interesting for me as well. Because now you can hear, you can see me, but I cannot. I rely only on your comments. And if you're not in the comments, I just stay here in an empty room, if you understand what I mean. Conversation supposed to be like this, not only me talking. If I want only to talk, I will film a video. Then on the video, I'll press the button, record myself, and then go to sleep. But now we talk each other, so I rely on your comments. Alexander Marek. North America. North America, is it in your interesting or too civilized like Europe? I've been to the States 5-6 times, not with a motorcycle. Once I rode a motorcycle that belongs to a friend of mine for a few thousand kilometers. It's not really my type of destination that I would like to see now. It's just too wide, too flat. I might do it on some stage, but I don't have really interesting. Now it's just too civilized, if I can understand it, or if I can say it this way. Too civilized, yes, and too expensive right now. Maybe in the future, but I don't have interest now. I've been to Alaska as well, and I don't think that Alaska is a motorcycle destination, because the best part of Alaska you can see when you hike in the mountains, when you fly in the mountains, not when you ride on one big road. If you understand what I mean. Will you sleep in tents or only when necessary? I'm not gonna bring any tent with me, Contra. I'll sleep hotels, hostels, guest houses, anything that I can find place to sleep, but not in a tent. I'm not gonna even have a tent with me. It's pointless when you have access to cheap hotels. Tent is necessary when the hotels are very expensive, like in Europe or in the States, or when you really want to spend the night in the tent. But I have more than enough tents in my life, and I don't feel this like an adventure anymore. If I have a tent, I cannot start early riding because the tent will be wet. So I expect a lot of rain in Brazil, which is mean that if I have a tent, it will be wet all the time. So I'm not gonna get a comfortable sleep the whole Brazil, because it will rain probably almost every day. That's why the tent is not an option to me on this trip. On my trip to Europe a few years ago, I spent like 2 weeks in the tent. From 1.5 months, I have like 2 weeks in the tent because it was too expensive. Mystery 00T or OT, what is your next destination after South America? After South America, I'll go to Africa. I already have an invitation to visit a few countries around Africa, and I will do it next year, but it's next year. Let's first continue with South America, and then it's going to be Africa. This is the plan for now. All right, guys, it looks like there are no more questions. So I'm going to end the stream here. And as I said, next week, the same on Thursday, I might have a stream or maybe a video with information about my next trip. I don't see that many people interesting from the streams, and they don't have many questions. That's why I'll continue doing probably videos on every Thursday. And then I still have like 20 days before my flight. Once I start the trip, will be different story on this channel, because I will upload almost every day a short update how everything is going. And of course, long video episodes I will do only when I get back home safe in one piece. Thank you very much to all of you that were here tonight. Thank you for the questions and the time that you spent here, guys, and see you next week. Ciao. Good luck to you as well.